We are only ever a foot away from an electronic chip. Whether it's a mobile phone, a laptop, a smartwatch, a car, or a plane, semiconductors are driving the world. Our reliance on electronic chips, powered by semiconductor integrated circuit designs and their underlying software, has never been more profound. At the forefront of this technology is Axiomise, making formal normal.
My name is Ashish Tarbari. I'm founder and CEO of Axiomise. The nature of the work that we do is very much related to establishing that requirements hold valid for a certain design implementation. I think I've been doing formal methods for now 26 years, and that's one of the things that has pretty much consumed me. Semiconductor verification is now the next big thing that's going to happen. And why is that? Because semiconductors is the new oil.
We are currently at the cusp of semiconductor technology. With the new advances in semiconductor technology, formal is being adopted more widely.
Wars are being now fought over semiconductors' dominance, and I don't mean physical wars necessarily, but the economic wars. So now how do you get a semiconductor to work correctly? Well, the question is, why do I even care? Well, I think we should all care because we're surrounded by anything and everything that has got an electronic chip. We've got cameras, we've got phones, iPads, computers, cars, planes. And although it wouldn't matter if a camera got compromised, but if the car misbehaved, that would be quite bad.
I'm a firm believer in formal verification. With exhaustive proofs that formal gives you, you can actually guarantee bug absence. This is the highest level of confidence one can have on their design before they ship it out.
It's a specialized technique for basically finding bugs in electronic design. It's one of two main techniques used in verifying digital design. The main one you call simulation.
You're more arguing with the tool. You're trying to prove that you're right, and the tool's trying to tell you you're not. In the end, you have to be the winner. Otherwise, you found a bug. So that kind of completeness is very satisfying.
So every morning we wake up, we say, how do we improve what we already know? How do we solve the next big thing? And we roll up our sleeves, we get together on a whiteboard or start hacking code. It gets me up in the morning, so we can never be complacent. Bring it on.